Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. This end of day report is for December the 22nd. December the 22nd, 2016. Excuse me, Thursday. Well, it's not a lot to talk about. You're looking at the gold futures chart. Slow, steady grind lower. Right now, the support is at 1124.30, and today we hit 1127.30. So I mean, it's just nothing really to talk about. The momentum, everything's pointing straight down, and the market does not want to let up just yet. So it's not a whole lot that you can do about that. There is no bottoming process yet. This is like a slow motion, like someone is moving in slow motion and then they hit the pause button. This is getting ready for the next leg lower, which should take out the previous support and keep falling. That's what this chart is saying. Now, is there something going on behind the scenes in the algos? Right now, I doubt it. On the daily chart, you can make an argument that it looks like we're in a bottoming process here, but not really when you really break it down. This is not a bottoming process. This is setting up for another leg lower. Um, we did have a few rally alerts, which usually signify that a bottoming process has started or could be starting within the next couple of weeks or whatever. It takes as long as it takes, but I wouldn't be so convinced that a bottoming process is starting. The last process was back here, and you could have made the argument, oh, we're in a bottoming process. I'm telling you, I bet anything we're in a bottoming process. And then the market lifts off, and you're like, yeah, look at it, it's breaking out. It's breaking out the new highs. This is so spiritual. It's so spiritual. And then all of a sudden, what happens? The market breaks down. It says psych. Then it takes it all back. And then you head lower, much lower, much lower still even lower. Just pain. The market brings the pain. This is what happens. So you can't say where you are until you know where you're at. And that's pretty much the story here with the gold. Looking at silver. Silver is primarily the same story. Again, oh, we're in the bottoming process. We're breaking out the new highs. Oh, here it is. This time is for real, though. No. Okay, this time, no. And here's the pain. Okay, bottom. I told you we're bottoming. I told you. No, more pain. I told you we're more pain. So, it's just a painful process. The market turns when the market turns. Now, do not get it twisted. When these two markets, gold and silver, turn, it is going to be thousands of percent returns from where you are now. It's going to be mind-boggling. That if you have not already done so, go ahead and click on the 1000% return for precious metals, because that video is going to be timeless. And you will see when it happens, you can refer back to the video on the date that it was made and where the market was when it was made, and you will see that you could have been on the right side of this thing. Right now, bears are having their fun. All right. And we have been doing the same thing at Pulse Wave Trading. We've been long the paper. Until it turns, we're long the paper. But once it turns, that's a whole nother story. Then you're talking about being in a whole nother world, a whole nother realm. That's when you're long paper, you're long futures, you're long spot, you're holding your bullion, you're just all over the place and all over the space. You're all in the minors, you're just 100% all in, full throttle. And you're every day you wake up, your account is quadrupling, and it's just an amazing thing. Those days are coming back, but for now, we got to trade what we see. Holiday schedule, holiday season, markets ain't going to do squat. Next week, though, there's a strong possibility that the markets will do something. But there's also a possibility that it may not. So we don't want to get our hopes up too high. But I know the last week of the trading year, things can happen. So you got to be vigilant. Got to check it out. Get your party on. Chill with your family. But keep an eye out just to see what happens. Shenanigans can and do often take place during holiday schedules. You should know that. They love to run the markets up or down, and it's just what they do. Okay? I don't think we're going to see the stock market go down, but I mean, we're in uncertain times, folks, where you just have to be ready for anything. It doesn't have to make sense quantitatively at all. It just is, and you just have to be ready for anything. Here's the daily chart of the crude oil. It's like I told you, it's just hanging out. It's nothing happening. On the weekly chart, here we are. We're just hanging out. It's an inside bar. It's just trading inside this range right here. 54.50 and 49.95. You got $4 to play with. That's it. That's all the market's giving you. It's not giving you anything else. There's nothing here. It's just a pause. Maybe you'll see another bar like this on the next week. It's a strong possibility of that, but then again, it could go blah and give it up. You don't know. You just gotta trade what you see. Next thing here, taking a look at the Dow. Again, it's nothing. It's nothing but straight up pump, pump, pump. They're just pumping it up. Once it hits 20,000, are they gonna let it crash and burn? I don't know. We know a correction will be coming at some point. We just don't know when that correction is going to be. But at some point, there will be one. We have now that we're pretty much set that Dow at 20,000. You have at least 10,000 points of Fed stimulus baked into the price of this Dow. They can do whatever they want. They have 10,000 points of stimulus. $10 trillion into the market. That's trillion with a T. They can do whatever they want. They have all kind of wiggle room. They could bring the Dow down 5,000 just to put everyone into a heart attack, or give you a coronary, give you a stroke, and then bring it right back up again. They could crash at 7,000, 8,000 points, 9,000 points, and still be in a bull market. This is the most incredible thing we've ever seen in our life. Just understand that it is what it is. We're in a digital age, digital money, digital currency, so it can go on infinitum. Yes, right. Debt and everything can go on for infinitum because digital is not limited. It's only limited by your imagination. A printed currency only has a certain amount that's printed. And then when you run out, you have to print more. And you just keep printing. But at some point, you can't print anymore. Not with digital. You can make it up and pull it out of thin air. You can print and create new digits. You can say, okay, we're now issuing a googleplex of loans and stimulus. I mean, it could go on forever. They can make up and do whatever they want. Push a keypad, zeros and ones, things happen. All right? So don't get too carried away with all the fear porn. All right? Plus, too much porn is not good for you. All right, let's move on to another thing here. Let's look at just a couple of these minors. Let's look at Pretty Ricky. All right, here's Pretty Ricky. As you can see, Pretty Ricky is below the Kumo cloud, but we're still okay up here. All right, no crosses yet, but here we are. So we'll keep watching it. AG, here's AG. All right, same thing. Below the cloud, but coming together here, but not on a downward sloping momentum wise. It's just a elongated, stretched out sideways channel. What's that other one here? Is this it? I always forget the tickers on these things. I don't know. What is it? Is this the one? There's so many of these everyone asks me about and I always forget. I can't think of them. Maybe it's Here it is. All right, FFMGF. All right, it's starting to lift off with the ramp here. It's going perfectly with it with the ramp. Will it continue? I don't know. I just go by what we see. We trade what we see. Charts are so limited because they can only tell you but so much. You have to go into the tea leaves of the algorithms to gauge anything further. That's where the rally alerts and crash alerts come from. Is that just looking, if you just leave it this all to technical, chart pattern analysis, patterns fail all the time. Standard technical indicators give false signals all the time. You can't build a strategy just looking at chart patterns and standard technical indicators. You just can't do it unless you want to lose all your money. But I mean, that's up to you. People keep asking me about Bitcoin. When am I going to do another video on Bitcoin? After the first of the year, so I should hopefully have everything set up. I'm trying to migrate some of the chart printouts from the system to this computer that I use to do my videos. Hopefully I'll be able to do that, and then I can start doing the Bitcoin stuff. But for the most part, you want to see a Bitcoin video? Here it is right here. The US dollar index. This is your Bitcoin right here. You see it going in a straight up line. That's it. When you've seen the US dollar, you've seen Bitcoin. I don't know how many times I got to say that. I don't know how much more convincing I need to do to show you that the US dollar and Bitcoin are secretly married. They are a hot couple, a hot and heavy couple. Okay? They've been cited for kissing and making out in public so many times. I don't know what else to convince you guys that you can't leave these two in a room together. Okay? They'll be just tearing each other's clothes off. All right, the US dollar and Bitcoin are married. They are a hot couple. They move together. When you see one, you see the other. Frickin' frack. Okay? Bonnie and Clyde. All right? Tom and Jerry. You can use any comparison you want. But it is what it is, folks. Deal with it. Up the dollar goes, up the Bitcoin goes. Dollar corrects some, Bitcoin corrects some. They're moving lockstep. All right? And I'll just share a little something with you. Bitcoin is very jealous when it comes to US dollar. All right? It won't let no one else around it. So it's going to go lockstep everywhere that you see dollar goes. Bitcoin's going to follow close behind. It may not go dip for dip, bump for bump, but you better believe those charts are going to look the same on the weekly. They're headed in the same direction. I'm just saying. All right. I don't have nothing else to talk about. So let me just pull up one more thing. Because everyone is in love with Jnug. I mean, I ain't going to lie. She is sexy, but she's a heartbreaker. She's a player. All right? She's a gold digger. All right? If you don't have deep enough pockets, then she's not the chick for you. There are plenty of other fish in the sea. She has a alright looking cousin named DGLD. You may want to holler at her. She may be more your speed. All right? But her younger sister Dust, she's hot, but she's a little young. So she may be a little too young for most people's taste. You may not be able to keep up with her because she's wild. And let me just show you how wild she can be. And most people don't see. There's little sister Dust, Jnug's little sister, the hot little sister. She's too young. You can't even look at her. She's too young. She's a baby and she's wild. She's all over the place. She's erratic. You can't deal with her. All right? She's too much. Let her grow up a little bit more for you. All right? But for those of you that just cannot take your eyes off Jnug, well, let me give you some hope. Okay? Like I told you, she's a player. She's a gold digger. All right? When the price of gold is going up, she's going to chase right behind it. When the price of gold is getting hit by the central banks, she's gonna run and find another bow. It's just that simple. That's just how she is. Why do people put up with her? Because she is so good to look at. Because she can make your portfolio scream. All right, at times. And that's why we put up with her. All right. See what I'm saying? When she gets dressed up, boy, your portfolio is wide open. But when she gets into her little spoiled temper tantrums, you are crying because she is breaking your wallet. Look at that. So you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with me? Well, as for me, I don't like to really kiss and tell at times, but I'll let you know. I'm not speaking to her right now. Me and Jnug, we not speaking. I told her we need to take a break. We need to step back and cool off for a bit. So I told her I'll holler at her next week, give her a phone call, see what's up. I may take her, out for a cup of coffee or something. We'll see. I told her, she need to get her act together. When she finally gets it together, then we can do something. She left me a phone call earlier. For those of you that missed this morning's pre-market PulseScan, Jnug left me a text message. I got it. When I get text messages from Jnug, it comes in the form of a 911 rally alert and let me know that she might be stopping through, be up in the area. So I didn't answer back. I saw the text. I didn't answer back. I'm just going to keep her chilling for right now. We'll see next week what she look like, and if she get her hair done and stuff, start moving up. If she can at least get up to here, maybe, what I'm saying, fix herself up a bit, then that'll put her around somewhere in here. Now I know this right here is a wild club up in here. All right, it's on the bad side of town. Most of y'all not built like that, so y'all really can't hang out in this town up in here. I can go in any hood I want, so I'll go in this hood right here. All right, if she come up in here, if she want me to meet her here, I can meet her here. All right, I got people up in here. Okay, I'm good here. I'm good right up in here. All right, but I'm gonna try to move her out of here though. I'm gonna move her out of the hood. All right, right now she's in the hood. This is a bad part of town right here. But I would like to move her up in here. And then if she act right, I may marry her and take her up in here somewhere. All right, we'll see if she can get her mind right. So for most of you right now, I think you should be doing what I'm doing. You should chill, man. Just watch her. She's good to look at for right now, but she ain't ready yet. She's not ready to commit yet. When she's ready to commit, then we can pursue a further relationship. So that's it. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back to the markets. See you at postwavetrading.com. See the rest of y'all in the trading room. Peace.